and the Bossa, they are our target market.
Thank you, Anne. You have talked about non-withdrawable deposit taking SACCOs, and you have said they are regulated by SASRA. Could you maybe explain to our viewers who is SASRA, and is SASRA an equal regulator, just like the Central Bank of Kenya, the way the Central Bank regulates banks? Does that mean that SASRA is an equivalent when it comes to the regulation of SACCOs?
Now, SASRA, it is an institution that regulates SACCOs, supervises SACCO, and of course does uh, monthly inspections to SACCOs. So let me mention SASRA is the CBK, but they particularly deal with SACCOs who take deposits, number one. Number two, SACCOs which have attained a minimum share capital of 100 million.
Thank you, Anne. Now, when it comes to listing the CRB, what kind of data or what type of data is it reported to the CRB by either of these SACCOs?
Uh, this is very, very important. Thank you, Faris, for asking that good question. Uh, Information that is shared in the CRB, it is credit information. And this information entails the positive information and the negative information.
Now, what is negative information and what is positive information, and what is the benefit of either of these being reported to the CRB?
Okay. Uh, Negative information, this is information that is shared in the Bureau, which entails the non-performing accounts of a member. So if you have a non-performing loan, that information is shared to the bureau as a as what we call a non-performing loan, and it is negative listing. Let me go to the second one, which is positive listing. If you usually pay your loans on time and you pay well, this information will be shared in the bureau as positive. And it is important for SACCOs and maybe members to realize that uh, positive listing is important to the bureau because that data is used even to create what we call the credit scores. So when the SACCOs shares information or any financial institution shares positive information, it empowers you as a member so that you are able even to negotiate a loan even further. So as you are a member, please go to your SACCO, tell them to share your information, your good information in the bureau so that you are able even to empower yourself as a member of the SACCO.
When you talk about non-performing loan, is that the one that has already been defaulted or otherwise? And when you talk about positive listing, is that the one that is currently being paid very well, showing that you are of good character? Can you please explain to our viewers the exact meaning of that non-performing loan?
Okay, as I've mentioned earlier, non-performing loan is an account which has not been paid or is not paid on time. If you take a loan as a member in a SACCO, let me say Kenya Police SACCO, Kenya National Police SACCO, and you don't pay this loan on time, and you don't pay the loan, of course, Kenya Police will share your information with the Bureau as what we call a negative listing or what we call negative information. But if you pay your loan promptly and you pay it, of course, promptly and you pay it, this information will be shared with the bureau as positive, and which is it is called the performing an account to the bureau. So it is important for members to know this information because when you get your credit report, this is one of the information that is very, very critical, and it is used by a bank to make a decision on a loan.
Thank you, Anne. Now, when it comes to SACCOs, most of the times you'll find that SACCOs use guarantors, savings, and shares as a collateral for a loan taken. So, in a situation where I am the person who is taking a loan, and here my colleague is the one who is guaranteeing that loan, maybe using your shares or your savings, and in an event I happen to default, what will happen to your shares as my guarantor or your savings?
Uh, because a SACCO has a very, very unique model of lending, if you are guaranteed a loan by someone, remember guarantorship means if the borrower is not able to pay the loan, you will step in as the guarantor to pay the loan. So this is one of the areas that the SACCO feels that it is a risk-free environment where if someone is not able to pay their loans, somebody else can step in and pay their loans. However, let me mention Faris that this model is not working for the SACCOs because as you can see from the statistics, the SASRA statistics, is that SACCOs are still facing what we call NPLs. And NPLs are growing year by year. So which now uh, we are now coming in with the CIS mechanism and helping the SACCOs to reduce default in the SACCOs. And by it, SACCOs can make an informed decision regarding a member. Remember, character is uh, one of the important C's in credit.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have had complaints where a person has guaranteed a borrower, but it happens that this borrower has defaulted. So the guarantor's savings are used by the SACCO to offset the debt. However, um, the borrower happens to engage the guarantor outside the SACCO and reimburse the borrower the amount that had been used by the SACCO to offset. Now, will that mandate the SACCO to release this person who had defaulted that money? That loan?
That's a very tricky question, but it happens in example. Let me mention that as a, as a borrower, remember you have a contract with the SACCO. And having a contract with the SACCO means if you have any other local arrangements with the guarantor, remember the SACCO doesn't know what arrangement you have because you have a contract with the SACCO. So it is important for the member to go to the SACCO, pay the loan, then the SACCO will refund the guarantor. So that is now the SACCO can update the information in the bureau that you have already paid the loan. And it is important to remember, let us realize that you have a contract with the SACCO, not the bureau and not the or not the guarantee.
So it means that if I have guaranteed you and you happen to default, then the SACCO decides to use my savings to offset your debt. Should you be willing to pay? You should not pay me directly. You should go to the SACCO.
You should go to the SACCO, pay the loan, then the SACCO now will update the account.
Yes.
Then they will refund the guarantor.
Yes.
Then again, the SACCO now will update the bureau that this customer XYZ has already repaid their loan. And this is very, very, very important.
Because there are scenarios and situations where people will now go outside the SACCO setup and negotiate and pay that debt. So that means that if that happens, you don't use the per channel, you'll still be listed at the CRP.
Yeah, if you don't use the collect channel, of course, the SACCO will not have that information. And remember, the SACCO needs that information so that they can update you and receive your payment. Again, it is important for the member to realize that they are supposed to access any document of the SACCO. This is the policy, the credit policy, any Bible, so that they can know how the SACCO operates and they can get all the information how the SACCO operates. Because some of these things that the member does, maybe it is lack of information. It's important that you realize you know how you operate so that to avoid the push and pull with the SACCO and maybe with the bureau and maybe with another stakeholder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anne. Are there situations where a person has taken a loan and for one reason or the other, you've not been able to pay that facility. Is there a way you can request the SACCO to use your shares to offset that debt?
That another issue because you see, if you as families are a member of a Kenya Police, you tell Kenya Police to set your loan your share. This is a big issue. This is something that SASSA doesn't encourage. Because the moment you tamper with what you call your share capital, it means that the stability of the SACCO will be achieved. So it is important for the person to realize that you need to pay your loans. And please, maybe if you have a challenge, just have to tell them about the structure, go and see the board, they not refuse, but that that arrangement is very tricky and sad and stressful. Does not encourage that because it will affect the stability of the circle. If two people does that or three people, it will affect the stability of the circle.
Very well. Now, I want to understand. Um, for other sectors, we understand that for an account to be considered as non-performing or to be considered as having been defaulted, it is up to 90 days. Now, for SACCO loans, does it take for a loan to be considered as having been one defaulted or non-performing and two written off?
What happens in a circle when a member takes a loan and doesn't pay one, the circle has month two, if the member doesn't pay the loan, what happens is the circle does another letter, the member and the guarantor. We are telling the member that if you don't pay this loan within 15%, we will cover this money from the guarantor. And even giving a copy to the guarantor telling them that us has not paid our loan, this is the situation, and we need to prepare to pay the loan. Then after 3 months, what happens? The circle now will do another payment to the member and the guarantor says, okay, now we will now take your money, we will now take your deposit, we will now take your the money that you had guaranteed and they will recover. And at this juncture is where now, sorry, at the 60th day, the circle will do a letter, what we call a defaulters notice, telling the member that your account is running with arrears and you need to clear this loan within that day. And you see from 60 days to 90 days, the circle now will issue another letter telling them now we are going to recover and we are going to this to that CIS. This is the moment that the circle at 91 days, that loan
So it's 90 days or
is
3
90
months.
days, is 91 days they can
I think that's a lot of time. And considering all these notices, I think it's a great time for you to sort out that. Another question that is usually asked by most of our customers. I have guaranteed a person a loan. What if that person defaults that loan? Will I be listed? Yet my savings or my shares have been used to offset that loan. Will I be listed as a guarantor?
Number one, there are very different scenarios because you see there are even some have accounts. If the loan was taken as an individual, the guarantor will be if the members but this depends with the some policy of the credit what happens in cases how so it is important for you to know what happens from the circle.
So you're saying there are scenarios where as a guarantor I can be listed,
Yeah,
and there are scenarios where even though I'm the guarantor, I will not be listed. Okay, so that you're saying that depends on the nature of specific or individual SACCO.
Yeah, it depends on the product, depends on the SACCO, and it depends also on the lending policy.
It is important for our customers to know that for you to be able to know that in a given time whether you are listed on the CRB or access your CRB information at any given time, it could be that you have guaranteed someone, or it could be that you are the primary borrower. For you to be able to understand things that have been shared on the CRB at any given time, you can put together the CRB report, or what we call the credit report, by dialing star 433 hash. That is star 433 hash. This will enable you to understand any information that you have invested in the CRB. As Anne has explained to us, you could be listed even though you're not the primary borrower. You could be listed because you're the guarantor, and maybe you didn't understand very well at the application stage of the loan. So it is always very important for you to understand your CRB status, CRB report, which is accessed from Metropol CRB by dialing star 433 hash. Now, are there SACCOs that are used the risk-based pricing model to appraise loan applications?
And yet, I'm not there. But it is important for you to know that that information when CIS, they are able to negotiate their loans. And that is what is called. When you talk about or a good you are able to negotiate with the bank and with any financial institution. But we are not yet there. But I see the future is bright, and I'm sure the guarantorship model is
Okay, thank you. And someone is asking here that you see that SACCOs that report CRB are the SACCOs that give loans. Now, someone is asking, Rina, you have said that PSVs are not in this CIS mechanism yet. Someone is asking, you are a Matatu SACCO, which is giving members Matatu on credit. The SACCO has the members, I don't know whatever the arrangement, but members are given a vehicle or maybe a motorbike on credit. Yes, you may not call this a loan, cash loan, but it is an asset that has been used by this PSV SACCO. In such a situation, can such a beneficiary be reported as a defaulter in a CRB? By the SACCO?
for one, as long as you mentioned, there's an element of security. So mechanisms, these are institutions, bank with them, then they buy for you the matter. But as long as you are getting this amount of credit, we need this information. So the SACCO is doing it. And let me mention that SACCOs are creating their savings experience, meaning it's an aspect of credit. So as long as you have entered somewhere where credit is being that is what this has to do. And let me mention like that even to pay is our member because they also advance loans to member. So you need to hear and to know which institution are you with, which company is the support that will cause, and if you're given credit, that information will be
Okay. Thank Thank you very much. So, PSV operators, Metropol, all of you, as our SACCO manager here at Metropol has indicated, you all have an opportunity to report your members, be it the owners, be it the crew, anyone or any SACCO is entitled or can share their members' information to Metropol CRP. Should you be a SACCO in the SACCO management and you want to be um, part of this CIS mechanism of sharing your members' you can reach us through our phone number, which is 0709. You can also write to us to our email address, that is you can also inbox us on our platform social, that is Facebook and Twitter. We could guide you on how you can control and people be part of this information mechanism. And anything that you want to add before we conclude? Thank you very much. That is all from Metropol CLP. Our contact office address is KCB Towers, 14th floor, Upper Hill. You can also through our official email address, which is info@metropol.ke. You can also call us. We have a call center that is up from 7 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Phone number for our call center is 0798. Thank you very much for your time. Have a nice weekend. See you next week. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.